What if a dirty, old 1-cent Canada coin in bad condition is secretly worth millions? Canada Money bags some rare pennies issued by the Royal Canadian Mint, even with heavy wear, have shocked collectors with unbelievable prices. Before you ignore that old coin with Elizabeth II on it, watch this video. Your next penny could be a hidden fortune. First up, the 1998 Canada 1-cent coin, commonly known as the 1998 Canadian penny with the KG initials, is a widely circulated bronze small cent issued by the Royal Canadian Mint and forms part of the long-running maple leaf cent series that defined Canada's lowest denomination coinage for decades, and this particular issue features on its obverse the right-facing portrait of Elizabeth II created by Hungarian-Canadian sculptor Dora de Pedery Hunt, whose initials, KG, appear discreetly below the neckline of the Queen's bust, identifying the fourth Canadian effigy used between 1990 and 2003, with the surrounding Latin inscription, Elizabeth II DG Regina, meaning, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, reflecting Canada's status as a constitutional monarchy within the Commonwealth, while the reverse displays the classic two maple leaves attached to a single twig designed by G.E. Kruger Gray in 1937, a design symbolizing Canada's natural heritage, unity, and national identity, with the word, Canada, positioned above the leaves, the year, 1998, centered beneath the design, and the denomination, 1 cent, inscribed at the bottom, all enclosed within a raised rim and accompanied by a plain smooth edge, and in terms of physical specifications the coin measures 19.05 mm in diameter, approximately 1.45 mm in thickness, weighs 2.25 grams, has a round shape, and is composed of 98% copper, 1.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin, making it one of the later issues struck in traditional bronze composition before the mint shifted to more cost-effective copper-plated zinc in subsequent years due to rising metal prices and production costs, and the mintage for 1998 exceeded 500 million pieces, ensuring that the coin remains extremely common in circulated grades such as good, very good, fine, very fine, and extremely fine, where wear is typically visible on the Queen's hair details, facial features, and the high points of the maple leaves, with many coins exhibiting brown or red-brown toning due to natural copper oxidation over time, while uncirculated examples displaying full original mint luster and classified as red road are more desirable among collectors compared to red-brown RB or brown BN specimens, and coins preserved in mint state grades such as MS-63, Mississippi 64, Mississippi 65, or higher may command small premiums, especially if certified by professional grading services, although in general circulated examples are worth only face value or a few cents above due to their abundance, and despite the high mintage collectors still examine 1998 pennies carefully for potential mint errors including double die varieties, off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, die cracks, cuds, lamination errors, rotated dies, broad strikes, or other striking anomalies that can significantly increase desirability and value depending on the severity and visual appeal of the error. And historically, the Canadian penny traces its origins back to 1858 when Canada introduced its first decimal coinage, with the maple leaf reverse design in use since 1937, making it one of the longest continuously used coin designs in Canadian history. And by 1998 the penny had become more symbolic than economically powerful due to inflation reducing its purchasing power, eventually leading to the official discontinuation of the 1-cent coin in 2012 when the Royal Canadian Mint ceased production and the government implemented cash rounding practices, thereby making coins like the 1998 issue part of the final generation of Canada's circulating cents. And although no longer used in everyday cash transactions, they remain legal tender for accounting purposes and continue to be collected by numismatists who appreciate their historical context, connection to Queen Elizabeth II's long reign, and representation of late 20th century Canadian coinage, and from an investment standpoint the 1998 Canada 1-cent KG coin is not considered rare or highly valuable due to its massive production numbers, yet pristine mint-sealed rolls, proof-like examples from collector sets, specimen strikes with frosted designs and mirror fields, or superb gem uncirculated coins with vibrant red coloration can attract moderate interest within the collector market, especially as copper coins gain nostalgic appeal following the penny's discontinuation, and proper storage in non-PVC holders, controlled humidity environments, and minimal handling is recommended to preserve surface quality and prevent corrosion or spotting. And overall, the 1998 Canada 1-cent kg penny stands as a common yet culturally and historically meaningful coin that embodies Canada's national symbol of the maple leaf, reflects the mature portrait era of Queen Elizabeth II's Canadian coinage, represents the closing chapter of traditional bronze 1-cent production, and continues to serve as an accessible entry point for beginner collectors while also holding modest specialized interest for advanced numismatists seeking high-grade or rare varieties within the extensive and enduring Canadian small cent series. Next up, the 2000 Canada 1-cent coin with the KG initials is a modern Canadian small cent issued for circulation by the Royal Canadian Mint and represents part of the final era of Canada's penny production before the denomination was officially discontinued in 2012, and this coin features on its obverse the right-facing portrait of Elizabeth II designed by Dora de Pedery Hunt, whose initials, KG, appear beneath the Queen's neckline identifying the fourth Canadian effigy used from 1990 through 2003. With the surrounding Latin legend, Elizabeth II DG Regina, meaning, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, symbolizing Canada's constitutional monarchy and its historical ties to the crown, while the reverse displays the iconic two maple leaves attached to a single twig created by G.E. Kruger Gray in 1937, a design that remained virtually unchanged for decades and became one of the most recognizable symbols in Canadian coinage history, with Canada inscribed above, the date, 2000, below the leaves, and the denomination, 1 cent, at the bottom, all enclosed by a raised rim and featuring a smooth plain edge, and in terms of physical characteristics the coin measures 19.05 mm in diameter, approximately 1.45 mm in thickness, and weighs about 2.25 grams, but unlike earlier bronze pennies composed mostly of solid copper alloy, the year 2000 issue was struck primarily in copper-plated zinc due to rising copper costs in the late 1990s, meaning it has a zinc core coated with a thin layer of copper plating, which can sometimes show bubbling, blistering, corrosion, or peeling if the surface becomes damaged, and the total mintage for the 2000 penny reached hundreds of millions of pieces, making it extremely common in circulated grades such as good, very good, fine, very fine, and extremely fine where noticeable wear appears on the Queen's hair strands, cheek, and crown details as well as on the raised veins and edges of the maple leaves, while uncirculated examples retain original mint luster and are categorized by collectors as red RD, red-brown RB, or brown BN depending on the amount of oxidation, with full red specimens in mint state grades such as Mississippi 64, Mississippi 65, or higher being more desirable particularly if professionally graded and encapsulated, although because of the very high production numbers the typical market value of a circulated 2000 Canada 1 cent kg remains at face value or only slightly above, often just a few cents, and even uncirculated coins usually sell for modest amounts unless they are exceptional in quality, and despite its common status collectors still carefully examine this issue for mint errors including double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, lamination errors, die cracks, cuds, rotated dies, and especially plating defects unique to copper-plated zinc coins, as unusual or dramatic minting errors can significantly increase collector demand and value depending on severity and rarity, and historically the Canadian penny was first introduced in 1858 following decimalization and continued as the nation's lowest denomination coin for more than 150 years, but by the year 2000 inflation had significantly reduced its purchasing power, contributing to discussions that ultimately led to its discontinuation in 2012 when the Royal Canadian Mint ceased production and Canada implemented cash rounding practices for transactions, making the 2000 penny part of the final decade of circulating 1 cent coins and giving it modest nostalgic significance among collectors and the public, and while it is not considered a rare key date within the Canadian small cent series, it serves as an example of modern minting technology, transitional metal composition, and late 20th century coinage trends, and for collectors. Proper storage in dry, climate-controlled environments using non-PVC holders is recommended to prevent zinc corrosion and copper plating deterioration, and from an investment standpoint the coin is generally not viewed as highly valuable due to its abundance, yet sealed mint rolls, proof-like collector strikes, specimen sets with frosted designs and mirror fields, or superb gem uncirculated examples with flawless surfaces may carry small premiums within the numismatic market, and overall the 2000 Canada 1 cent kg coin stands as a common but historically meaningful piece of Canadian currency combining the enduring maple leaf national symbol, the mature effigy of Queen Elizabeth II during the later years of her reign, the shift to copper-plated zinc composition reflecting economic realities, and the closing chapter of Canada's long-standing penny tradition, making it an accessible entry-level collectible while also offering educational value and potential interest for those studying modern Canadian numismatics and the evolution of coin production in the early 21st century. Please like and subscribe to my channel.